welcome back to English online class. In today's class, let us read the 10th poem, that is CLM by John Masefield. So what do you mean by CLM? The full form of CLM is Caroline L. Masefield. So Caroline L. Masefield, she is the mother of John Masefield or John Edward Masefield, the poet of this poem CLM. See, poet was born on June 1st, 1878 and he ended his life in 1967. Was an English poet and writer and poet laureate of the United Kingdom UK from 1930 until his death in 1967. He is remembered as the author of the classic children's novel The Midnight Folk and The Box of Delights and poems like including The Everlasting Mercy and Sea Fever. Masefield, he was, this is the background to the poem. He was born in Ledbury in Herefordshire to Caroline and George Masefield. Name of his parents are Caroline and George Masefield, a solicitor. His mother died giving birth to his sister when Masefield was 6 years old and he went to live with his aunt. His father died soon after following a mental breakdown. So John Masefield's mother, that is Caroline L. Masefield, she died while giving birth to the 6th child, and that child was a girl child and her name was Nora. And at that time, John Masefield, he was 6 years old. He was 6 years old. At that time, he could understand the feelings or the problems or the difficulties, etc. And he is writing this poem as a tribute to his mother's love and tribute to all women who bear the pain of giving birth to their children. And also he is regretting or he is confessing, he is sorry for the treatment that men they treat the women or the men or the society which gives to the women, because women are not respected anywhere. They are not everywhere, but some people or we can say most of the people, they do not respect women, and women are not given respect in their houses, in their families too. And they are trapped or they were ill-treated. They were used for the lust of man. And here men, they are failed to realize the love, the sacrifice, the devotion of the mother or the girl or the women. So here he writes, John Masefield, he is writing this poem as a tribute to his mother, and he is also confessing for not paying or for not being thankful to his mother for her sacrifice or for her love towards her children. So let me read the poem, what he is telling in the poem. Let us see. In the dark womb where I began, my mother's life made me a man. Through all the months of human birth, her beauty fed my common earth. I cannot see, nor breathe, nor still, but through the depth of some of her. Down in the darkness of grave, she cannot see the life she gave. For all her love, she cannot tell whether I use it ill or well, nor knock at dusty doors to find her beauty dusty in the mind. If the grave's gates could be undone, she would not know her little son. I am so grown, if we should meet, she should pass by me in the street, unless my soul's face let her see my sense of what she did for me. What have I done to keep in mind my debt to her and womankind? What woman's happier life repays her for those months of wretched days? For all my mouthless body leached, ere births realized releasing, hell was reached. What have I done, or tried, or said, in thanks to that dear woman dead? Men tramp over women still, men trample women's right at will, and man's lust rose the world untamed. O grave, keep shut lest I be shamed. O grave, keep shut lest I be shamed. After the death of his mother and after John Masefield has grown up, he has written this poem. When his mother died, he was a small child, and when he wrote this poem, he was an responsible adult. He was a responsible adult. So what he writes in the first stanza, he tells that mother is the reason, or mother, because of his mother, he got his life. In the dark room where I began, he states how he began his journey of life, or in his mother's womb, which was dark, and how his mother lost her beauty because of his birth and made him a man. In the dark womb where I began, my mother's life made me a man. In the darkness of mother's womb, he tells that he had begun his life and mother made him a man. Because of his mother, he became, or he is breathing today. Through all the months of human birth, in the duration of that 9 months, she is whatever she had felt, whatever difficulties or whatever problems she has faced, that she only knew, and she only knows. Through all the months of human birth, her beauty fed my common earth. Her beauty, her charm, her physical beauty that was destroyed, or that was she became ugly when she was pregnant, and she lost her beauty while to give birth to her children. But she readily accepted that without denying or without bothering about her beauty. She accepted to give birth to her children. In the womb, the child cannot see, nor breathe, nor stir, but through the death of some of her. When the child is in the womb, it cannot see, it cannot breathe, it cannot stir, it cannot taste, it cannot do anything. Only with the terrible death, or only with the pain of death, or only with the only with the pain of someone, the child could come out. In the sense, if the child wants to see, or if the child wants to be a man or woman, or if the child wants to see the world, to become a human being in this world, mother has to face that pain, and mother must face the death. While giving the birth to the child, it is treated as the mother's second birth, and it is the crucial stage and the crucial period of a woman. Down in the darkness of the grave, she cannot see the life she gave. But now that mother is not alive, who has sacrificed her life for giving birth to her children, that mother is not alive now. She is dead, and she is buried in the darkness of the burial. Down in the darkness of the grave, she is closed, or she is packed, or she is buried under the grave, or buried in the grave. She cannot, from the grave, she cannot see her children, the life she gave, and also she cannot come to know whether her child has grown good or bad. For all her love, she cannot tell whether I use it ill or well. Whatever love, whether it was transformed, or whether it is taken, or whether it is grown as ill or bad, or ill or good. Okay, and nor knock at dusty doors to find her beauty dusty in the mind. And the poet also is saying that as the time passed, even her image is going to become dusty, dull in his mind. That the mother had shown a lot of love to him, but he is failed to keep the same love. He is failed to remember her every day. In the sense, he is going to forget, or the image or the memories are faded from his memory or from his mind, he is saying. And he is regretting for that. He was not thankful or he was not grateful to his mother, because now he had forgotten his mother's images or memories, and he is regretting for that. Why? Because mother had sacrificed her life for the sake of her children, and the children could not remember her. If the grave's gates could be undone, suppose God's grace, if the grave's gates are open, if the grave is open, and if his mother comes out of the grave, he is saying that definitely his mother could not recognize him. Why? Because now now the children are grown up. Mother could be failed to recognize their children, but only one thing can recognize, that is that is the soul's face. We say in Kannada, Karuda Sambandha. Okay, Kandariyaddu Karudariyutte we say. So here also he is saying, only the souls could recognize, the souls could feel something, that intimacy, that relationship. But while looking at the face, one cannot be recognized. Why? Because now they are grown up, they are changed, and the children might not be grown up to the mother's expectation, mother's will. So he is saying, unless my soul's face let her see my sense of what she did for me. So unless his souls recognize, they could not recognize each other. Why? Souls only can recognize because she had done so much to him. In the sense, she had tolerated all the pain, and she sacrificed her beauty. She had sacrificed her life too. Then, what have I done to keep in mind my debt to her and womankind? Now he is regretting, confessing. He is saying, what have I done to keep in my mind? Whether I was thankful, whether I am grateful to my mother, she had done so much for me, and what as a return, as a reward I gave. At least whether I was thankful to her, my debt or her womankind. So what I have repaid to her, at least for her womankind. What woman's happier life repays? Those happier life, how women's those days can be repaid on that 9 months, whatever she is feeling now, how those days, and while giving birth to the child she is experiencing that pain, no, how that pain can be repaid, how that can be how one can be grateful for that sacrifice, how that can be repaid. For her, those months of wretched days, those days are called as wretched days, the miserable days, miserable time of the woman. For all my mountless body least before birth's releasing, hell was reached. So before the birth, he is telling that the child in the womb is like a leech. Have you seen the leech? What does the leech do? The leech that sucks the blood from the human body. And here the poet comparing the child in the womb to the leech. Why? Because the child in the womb that sucks all whatever nutrients or whatever nourishment it required, it gets all from its mother's body. That's why he is comparing to the leech. And without any hesitation, without any denial, the mother accepts in her womb to grow her child. For all my mouthless body, least before birth, releasing, hell was reached. Before coming to this earth, before getting a shape or to get all the shape of humankind, the child must remain 9 months in the mother's womb. on to that. In that duration, the child gets everything from its mother's body, and mother without any objection, without any denial, readily she gives all the nutrients or nourishment whatever it is required for its child. For all my mouthless body least before birth releasing hell was reached. What have I done or tried or said in thanks to that dear woman dead? Man tramp over women still. Men trample women's right at will, and man's lust rose the world untamed. O grave, keep shut lest be shamed. So here he say, what have I done? Or did I try to say at least thanks to her? What have I done or tried or said in thanks to that dear woman dead? Whether I was grateful to her, whether I expressed my thanks to her, or whether I did any deed in the form of thankful to her? No, he is saying. Not only he, but all. He, in the place of him, he is getting all men. Okay, he is representing all men. He is saying, men tramp over women still. What do you mean by tramp? They defeat. Men try to defeat, men try to have control, they want to have power on women, they want to be like, the woman must be the servant. The men, they want that the woman must be their servant, and they ill-treat, they defeat, they control on her. Men trample women's right at will, they also trample, they ignore the rights of women. They do not treat them equal. And man's lust rose the world untamed. Lust in the sense, strong sexual desire. That the same man he destroys or he forces the woman to fulfill his sexual desire. And he treats women as a thing or the instrument which could satisfy his sexual needs or sexual desires. And here, man must lust rose the world untamed. O grave, keep shut lest I be shamed. For all these reasons, he is shameful of himself. And he is saying that also he prays God, by chance also don't open the graves. If she comes out, how can I face her? If she comes out, I will be ashamed because what she expected and I did not grow according to her wish. So dear students, this is the poem written by John Masefield, and here we can see the tribute to his mother, and also this is a message to everyone to realize the sacrifice of a woman, and one must be very grateful to the woman. At least if one cannot be grateful, one should not trouble, or one should not harass, or one should not one should not make the women feel uncomfortable. So this is the message we are getting from this poem. So being men, one must be a protector, or one must be a guard of a woman. So this is what the poem gives us the message. By this I would like to conclude. Thank you for watching.